the Show Me the Shift podcast with Coach Lenora, certified life coach, HR certified professional, international best-selling author, and creator of the Victorious Movement. A members-only community where she coaches her members from stuck to action and from scarcity to abundance in the areas of mindset, goal setting, and monetization online. The Show Me the Shift podcast was created to encourage people to action in the areas of their career, purpose, and how everyday people can generate an income by being an affiliate of other people's products. Here is our host, Coach Lenora.
Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is having an amazing Monday. And so we are definitely getting ready to talk about affiliate marketing. It is Monday, and that is going to be our focus today. And so what I'm going to do is hop right into our training for today. We're going to be talking about the Ultimate Branding Course, which is also known as UBC. And so it is one of the first courses that I actually purchased in 2024 that helps people to brand themselves and to put themselves out there in the social atmosphere, right? So it is one of those courses that teaches you a little bit of everything. We'll take a sneak peek inside of it, but it gives you information in regards to how to post, how to utilize Instagram versus Facebook versus TikTok versus LinkedIn, like all the different ones, and how each one has a different strategy. It goes into YouTube. It goes into just so many different platforms that you can utilize in order for you to be able to brand yourself and get yourself out there, have some consistency with your branding. But also the course itself, after teaching you all those things, it also teaches you how to create your own storefront so that way you can market the course itself. So you can literally take this course, pay for it once. It's a $499 course, and then you can market it for 85% profit. So that is a definite win-win. It's $424 out of the $499 that you spend on it that you actually get back every time you share it with others and they are interested in utilizing those marketing skills and branding skills for themselves and their social media following. So that's the great part about it, is that it's an affiliate course that's considered to be a high ticket affiliate course. However, it also has the ability of being able to have you market that course at a higher percentage back than a lot of other things out there. For those of you who have seen some of the content that I've created about affiliate marketing, the percentage that you could get back could be anywhere from 1% to 10% to 30%. And this particular course is offering 85%. And the way that the two founders who created this course, who are Drea and Jasmine, they decided that, look, we have already utilized these skills. We have become experts in these areas, and we want to be able to pay it forward. We want to be able to help other people to utilize this course so that they can generate an income stream for themselves. So they sell it to you with the rights for you to be an affiliate of it. There's a link that you get that's a unique link that only you have. And so it tracks every time someone clicks on that link and makes a purchase, then you get the $424. So it's a really cool concept. It's something that has been around for a while. I personally didn't find out about it until last year, and it just made sense. And so therefore I went ahead, purchased the course, utilized the skills from the course. And when I tell you it's a ton, you'll see it's a ton of things that they cover in this course, almost too much to consume in any given amount of time. I mean, it takes you weeks in order to consume all the information that they have in there. So you'll see I haven't even consumed it all, and I've really enjoyed the information that I have learned personally. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And let us go ahead and get started. So let's see here. I'm going to do the Ultimate Branding Course. I think this is how you'll be able to see it. All right. So hopefully this is showing for you all on your end. If not, apologies, but I think I'm sharing this correctly. But this is the Ultimate Branding course. And the way that it works is that they actually, yeah, it looks like it says here, view on StreamYard, okay, and sharing. So the way that it works is that this particular course, as you can see, called the Ultimate Branding course, it says master the #1 highest paying skill that will unlock your dream life. So when you think about it, in order for you to grow on social media or for you to say market a product or service that you have, the best way to do that is to make sure that you're branding yourself appropriately. And so as you can see here, they have 55,000 members. Like that is nothing to sneeze at. It's not even the largest course that I've come across of courses like this or courses that I've purchased. So there's another one that has over 130,000, I believe. So when you think about 55,000, some people might say, "Ooh, that's oversaturated. That's a lot of people who are doing this particular thing." But there's more than 100,000 people who are doing something different. So there's definitely room to expand. And these courses are international. So they are worldwide, and you'll see in the course that they have different languages that they offer the courses in as well, which is of course helpful for anybody who is multilingual or knows people in other countries and would like to market the course to them also. So as you can see here right now, including myself, there's 178 people online right now looking at this course, checking it out and seeing what the course is all about. So we're starting here with the testimonial page, but you can see here, as I mentioned, it has English, it has Spanish, it has Dutch, French, Portuguese. It has a section for announcements. It even has Romanian. So this particular course has a ton of different languages. And so if you click on something, let's say Espanol, then you'll see that this is where all the people are communicating in Spanish. So they have a way and an ability to communicate with each other in the first language and what feels most comfortable to them, which is great that the creators of this course have decided that that is important to them, that people have an ability, a place, and a space to feel comfortable speaking their own language. But going back to English and the testimonials, let's see here. So we have here different things that people are sharing. Wow, did this really just happen? I'm actually speechless. I've been from struggling to $15,000 in the month of July. My first 7,000 in sales and how they did that. I went viral. Wow, I can't believe this is happening again. Oh my gosh, this feels surreal. $4,200 in 5 days. And they're rejecting job offers now as opposed to, trying to take those. And this is somebody who's in the UK or an immigrant from the UK. And so, yeah, this just shows you kind of the information in real life, real time. These are from just a few days ago to a couple of months ago. And the way that this particular school community works is that when somebody comments on it more recently, it hops to the top. So as you can see here, you have new comments that have come through for things that are 8 days old or from June 28th or from April 23rd, but someone new commented on it a day ago. So that's how it hops to the top of the screen. But this just gives you some information in regards to how well it is working out for the members of this community. And again, there's 55,000 people who have said, this process kind of makes sense. And I can see how I can generate an income and make $1,000 a week. All you have to do is market this particular product and get $424 every single time somebody purchases it. So let's say you go live, you create a post, and they teach you all those things in here, but to go live, create a post, do it faceless where nobody sees your face. You might just see feet walking with words on the screen. I'm sure we've all seen that on Instagram, and direct people to go to the link in your bio and check it out. And then people make a purchase because what's involved in the course is what speaks to them. So they're not really purchasing it because you're sharing it with them. They're purchasing it because they want the knowledge and the skills that are within the course. So let's look inside the course so that you can see that. So from a classroom perspective, you can see here, they tell you literally start here first. And so when you go in there, you'll actually see that they're saying, okay, we are in English. Let's go ahead and talk to you. Let's share some information. This is one of the creators, Jasmine, sharing information here. Where do I start? This is Richard Yu. He is, I think he's worth $28 million or something to that effect. But he is someone who kind of joined a little later as a co-creator within this course. And he shares his wisdom and knowledge of how he grew from zero, actually a doctoral student, and someone who had a practice of being a doctor to now moving on and becoming a internet guru, and sharing his insights, thoughts, information, all of that with people to help them to grow their accounts in the way that he did, which is amazing. They have how to, thrive in digital marketing business. And then they break it all down again in Spanish. And then they break it all down again in French and in Dutch and in Portuguese and Romanian. So all of those areas are covered. They're making sure that they are not leaving anything to chance for people who are like, well, I don't speak that language, so therefore I can't find out more about this. And that's not going to be the case. They also have different people within the community that if there's a different language that isn't one of those listed, then they can work with some other people within the community to make sure that those folks have exactly what they need. It says your UBC affiliate link. So this breaks down. I won't click on that, but you can see I have 100% of that done. I didn't have as much of the first one done because it's in Romanian and French and all these other languages that I'm not as familiar about. And also the other thing is that if there are areas that I want to go back to, I don't click that I finished each module because of the fact that I know I want to go back and look at the information in that section. And if I put it as complete, that's my cue to myself that, okay, I'm done with this section. I'm done with understanding what this is about and I can move forward. So it's up to us as to how far along we go through and click like, oh, this is green now. This is saying that I'm done. I like to leave it a little bit less strict like that and put it so that, okay, if I'm going back to something, then I'm not going to click it as being done. But here they have some 7-figure mindset strategies. So as you click into here and you'll see I've already kind of moved down. I'm into this section here. Actually, I've looked at quite a few of these too, but Richard was dropping some gems, so I didn't quite click on these just yet. But he is sharing information about how he created an 8-figure lifestyle and social media influence and following. And it has here everything about your mindset that you might feel if you were trying to grow online could be a challenge or a hindrance, right? I'm not an expert. It's a limiting belief. It says here, no sales yet. Well, then let's work on that so that way you can start having some sales. Write a letter to yourself. And this one I watched because it was about writing a letter to yourself in the future and sharing information about how you're feeling now about your journey and what that future person is going to read and know, oh gosh, that's the place where I was. But now look at how far I've gone and how far I've, moved my needle forward into the dream life that I want. So that is a great a task as well and tip. And people can utilize that at any point of their life, regardless of if they're doing something like this. It's always good to write a letter to your future self and sometimes a letter to your past self, depending on how your past life was and from where you were to where you are now. Sometimes it's been a journey. And so therefore writing that letter to your past self and letting them know and releasing any past traumas and letting them know that, look, I've got this, everything's going to be okay. Everything, you might not feel like it when you were 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, but look at where we are now kind of scenario. So, all right. And then you have core fundamentals of getting started, how to do high quality branding as opposed to just throwing spaghetti at a wall, how to use Beacons. So Beacons is a website that people can use. It has a free version and some paid versions. So it talks about how to use Beacons and set up your store. And when I tell you that, it's step by step. They give you all the details and information right here. I already have my Beacon store up and running. And so therefore, actually I could I don't think I can show it to you because I'm only streaming this one page, but my Beacon store is already up and running based on the information that they shared here on this page. Go High Level is another way in which people can create a store, but Go High Level is a white label SAS, what is it, SaaS, SaaS system in which you can put your own kind of marketing and brand on it, but also it helps with everything. It helps with your emails. It helps with sending out and generating automatic text messages to people. You can have phone numbers in here and be able to go through and call people through a digital phone line as opposed to using your own personal phone. You can set up your website. You can set up landing pages. It's a lot of things that you can do through Go High Level. I am actually going to be going through a multi-week training of Go High Level because it is so intensive and so amazing. And I know that it's going to help me to continue to build my business. So Go High Level is a great thing to utilize and get started. And they teach you kind of the beginning levels of that. You have here your Stand Store. So that is another store that I have where it is super simple for you to be able to set up your own e-commerce store and website and payment processor through Stripe and all of those things. So it's amazing, as well as System.io, which is another free option, a lot like Go High Level, where it teaches you a lot of different skills and a lot of different ways in which you can communicate with your customer. So that is what I love about this course too, is that it gives you options. There's going to be some people who are more tech savvy and maybe they'll want to go with Go High Level or System.io. There's going to be some people who are like, look, I can barely find my website, and be able to, send out an email. Well, then if that's the case, then you want Beacons or Stand Store because they're super simplistic and easy to use. Then you go into a content vault where they have a lot of different information. And like it says here, done for you marketing. What does that mean? It means that you can click into this. You can go, look, faceless. It tells you exactly what you can do in regards to that. And it will give you videos. It'll give you images. It will give you things that you don't even have to think. You can just click on these things and it'll take you exactly to what you need to promote their particular course or your own particular business, depending on what it is that you want to do. You have here a content that converts. So it gives you step-by-step information on how your content can take somebody from just a person who is watching to a person who wants to purchase. And then how to stay relevant. It goes into how to sell in your stories. If you're a salesperson, you want to create a narrative. You want to create a story and help people to see. And that's whether you're selling, a product or a service. You could be a real estate agent or an insurance agent or someone who's selling your plumbing services. You want to create a situation in which people are called to say, I'm going to think of that person the next time that I need to buy a home or I want to get my plumbing taken care of. Like, creating a story helps people to feel like they know, like, and trust you and want to be able to purchase from you. So as you can see here, I won't go through each thing, but these are all of the different ways that people have utilized or can utilize UBC. Again, the ultimate branding course. Faceless is something that is a huge area, a huge way in which people are making money. I think a lot of people say I'm shy or I can't do it because it's a conflict of interest with my company, or I don't want my, partner to know that I'm trying to get out. So therefore I want to, go online, but I can't show my face because I'm trying to generate some money so that I can get out of an unsafe situation, whatever the case may be. And you will find that a lot of people are utilizing faceless marketing where you do not see the person at all. You just see images and text on the screen and things that will call you to action for you to want to purchase. So this is Drea, and she's actually sharing information about how she did not agree with or think that faceless was the right way to go at first, just because you can build much quicker in regards to, people seeing you and hearing your voice and knowing who you are to say, oh yeah, that's somebody that I want to work with. But then she did a faceless account and then realized like, oh my gosh, like this works just as well, if not better. So she kind of became a believer in the faceless way of doing things. But yeah, it has a ton of information here that she is sharing about that. It even goes into video examples of how people do things faceless. So here, it's nobody's face. It's just words on a screen and how that is able to market and sell to people. Again, these are ways in which she would take ideas, put them in her phone, and then take that and put it into the actual concepts that she's creating. You might see carousel posts. These are things that you see a lot on Instagram. And so, and even Lemonade, I've noticed, for those of you who are familiar with TikTok's version, which is a Lemonade. And so they'll have where you just slide and slide and slide, and the carousel tells a story. And at the end, it will have a call to action or a way in which you can purchase a product or service. So this is some of the amazing things that the Ultimate Branding course offers. I haven't even gotten through everything, but yes, so you have selling, reselling, faceless, content creation, how to have DMs being automated, where you can say, type the word ready into the comment field, and I'll send you my free guide of blah, blah, blah. And so if you do that, then there's an automated way with AI. It's amazing, but there's an automated way so that way, as soon as somebody says ready, then bam, an email goes directly to their DM. So they teach you how to do that, how to grow on Instagram, how to create reels, how to have value in your modules that you're creating, how to grow on YouTube, TikTok, how to sell on Etsy, how to create digital products like ebooks and courses, things that I have generated and created. But the list goes on and on and on. And as you can see, 7 pages of things. Now, this does go into the fact that there are the other versions of it for Spanish, for French, for Dutch. So a lot of that is almost like each page has its own versions, but there's a few more on here: how to sell on TikTok, business, taxes, even how to create digital products, mastering memberships, affiliate marketing, all of these things. And then as you get to right here, that's when it gets into an old way of the process that they used to have before they rebranded themselves. Because again, it's the Ultimate Branding course. And if you know anything about branding, you always have to shift and rebrand. And then it gets into other languages. So it's a wealth of information. And again, the thing about me sharing this is that if it speaks to someone who's trying to grow their accounts, then guess what? They're going to say, this is hitting all those areas that I really want to know about and grow in. So therefore, the Ultimate Branding course might be for you. If it is somebody who is just like, what is Lenora talking about? I have no idea what these things are and why this is even important to anybody, then this is absolutely not for you. So, but that's the great thing about, just being in this place, in this space of affiliate marketing, is that I could be talking about a Sephora or a Ulta Beauty product, and that speaks to certain people. I could be talking about a Best Buy product, and that could be speaking to somebody totally different. So those are the wonderful things that go into being an affiliate marketer, which I love. So I'll just show this really quickly. They also have a calendar of events. So typically they front load the week where they'll have different types of events for different languages. So as you can see here, they have something at 7 p.m. today for people who speak Spanish, or maybe that's Portuguese. Then they also have information here of a Q&A call where you can just call in with any questions that you have. They'll answer those. They had here an Instagram training. They had something in Dutch. They have different live trainings. So just information that is here that helps people to grow and be able to get their questions answered. And then they even have where they show a map of where everybody is in the entire world that is a part of this course, which is amazing. Like, how in the world do you have so many people everywhere? But it shows you in Africa, it shows you in London, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Australia, just everywhere that people are that have this particular course, and giving you an idea of the scope and scale of what this course is offering. So on that note, a lot going on. I'll show this really quick because I love this on my own, but it's the leaderboard. So as you can see here, I'm at level 3 in this particular course. About 6% of all those 55,000 members are at that level. And then it gets lower and lower and lower from there. But that just means your activity in the course, your connection, your engagement with other people within the course. But then it also shows how you have a 7-day leaderboard. So these are the most active people for the past 7 days, most active people for the past 30 days, and then all-time most active people within the course. And so that's really powerful too, because it lets you know who is interacting and engaging. And you can almost see like, oh, are these people who are interacting the most the ones who also have the most success? Because that very well can be true. So, on that note, that is all that I am sharing today in regards to the Ultimate Branding course. I hope that you all took away something from this. It's a little bit longer of an episode than I typically do, but I just wanted to make sure that people understood more about, especially for those who are really looking to grow their brand online. This is a great way in which you can do that and be able to get your message, your products, your services out to those that you don't know, but that are looking for what it is you have to offer. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and end out the call today. So I DM me, let me know. I'll be more than willing to answer those questions for you. There's also a link in this post and in this video so that way you can find out a little bit more about the Ultimate Branding course. When you click on it, it gives you an entire page worth of information for you to learn more about the course. All right. And then lastly, as always, my shameless plug for the Victorious Movement. So as you know, this is my online school community. So it looks a lot like the one that we just saw, but it shows you here that we have questions of the day. We share wins, attitude of gratitude, accountability, and so much more. So if you are interested in the Victorious Movement, click the QR code and we'll see you in there. Otherwise, I hope everybody has an amazing rest of your Monday. Take care of yourself. I'll be back on Wednesday for our career corner in regards to coaching on career, job searching, and all those fun things. So talk to you then, everybody.